The path for enlightenment. Are you serious about your enlightenment? A loaded question for sure. The answer is probably a resounding, of course I am. I wouldn't be here otherwise and have gone through and am going through such trying to be polite here, but you can fill in the blank with your favorite swear word. You are serious, and getting more so each day. And by serious, I don't mean joyless. I don't mean that you can't laugh at yourself or this whole process from time to time. You are committed. Yes, there are times you think you should be committed, or someone close to you thinks you should get signed into an institution. See, now there's a little of that humor. But, you are deeply committed, and deeply loyal to your personal enlightenment. And you have to be committed to this process. There is no other way. You can breeze in and feel the energies of this or that website or blog. But until you take total responsibility for your awakening, until you put both feet into the new energy, you are still playing games with yourself. No, ascension, enlightenment can't be done in a half-hearted fashion. But, now stay with me, if you are taking yourself too seriously, you're not taking your enlightenment, your self-mastery seriously. In other words, are you taking your symptoms, physical, emotional and mental seriously? Too personally? Allowing your human mind to continually push you into fear, worry and anxiety around your symptoms or around your enlightenment in general? You can't afford to consistently identify with the symptoms, the emotions, the illnesses and the diseases and imbalances coming up even if some have been with you a long time. Reaching out for support. You may have decided to get some real, tangible support from your ascension community. Either in the form of workshops, webinars, counseling, bodywork. Perhaps to regularly connect with a group or individual who has the track record to know what you are going through. I feel it essential to connect with a few guides, mentors along the way who I consider bridges to my soul when I find it difficult to connect with my soul on my own. Sometimes the assistance is needed to help us to move stuck energies. In turn, I find joy in assisting those who also feel stuck, as you enjoy helping those who are where you had been. And now you help them to move stuck energies. You always have the choice to slow down this process if it gets too uncomfortable. The body especially needs time to integrate. Yet you have discovered that this awakening requires more than an occasional time out from the world, from family and friends. It requires more than just taking a vacation. It is a daily commitment. It requires being selfish, being totally supportive of yourself. Being there for you. You become your first priority. Not for everyone. This accelerated path is not for everyone. Those who decided not to do it this lifetime are deeply honored also for their choice. Embodied enlightenment takes everything you've got. It tears you apart. It tears your life apart. It is challenging to the core. It will bring you to your knees. It's not pretty or polite. It's not about new agenic catchphrases about only love and light. Most people, including many New Agers, haven't yet addressed their own shadow within, so they have no choice but to project it outside into the world. That's the most challenging part of this whole process, feeling all the feelings that have been buried, suppressed, all the heavy, murky stuff that's being pulled to the surface. Most people won't go there. They are not prepared yet for such a process. So it's a bold choice to claim self-mastery. It means being responsible for our own awakening, not so much as the human personality, but giving it over to our divine self. Kind of like the caterpillar surrendering naturally to the process of being crushed and transformed into a butterfly. It means loving yourself like you never had before, loving the light and the dark. It means choosing how we want to feel, and releasing the rest. It means allowing our Christ consciousness to come forth, even though we know that brings up all the energies that didn't feel loved. All the resistance in the form of sadness, anger, hopelessness, doubt, fear, boredom, disease, loneliness. When we ask for our freedom, we feel acutely all the ways we haven't felt free. And even though we may not know exactly where all this is taking us, we do know that there is so much more than the limited human existence we have been participating in. We could no longer endure being just human without having spirit in our body and in our life, not just as a concept, not just occasionally when we channel or create art or music, not just when we feel safe to do so. Once you've had a taste of what it feels like to be loved by Spirit, it's hard to just sit at the shallow end of the pool, dipping your toes in the water. You want to dive in.